All right, for this one, we got the 35x plus y plus 5 plus 7xy. Now this one, if you look at factoring this as it is by grouping, you can't factor it, right? But we know if we rearrange this, even just exchanging the y for either the 5 or the 7xy, it doesn't really matter. I, for example, though, am just going to switch the y and the 5. So I'm going to rewrite this. Now it's 35x plus 5 plus y plus 7xy. And from here, though, now it's factorable. Let's see what happens when we do that, though, okay? So the first set of parentheses, I'm going to factor out, looks like we got the 35 and 5, right? So I can factor out a 5 from each of those. So 35 divided by 5 is 7. We'll keep the x. 5 divided by 5 is 1. So that's a positive 1, so I have the plus 1. And then the second set, I can factor out a positive y, but inside what it leaves me with is a 1 and then a plus 7x. Well, the two sets of parentheses, let's rewrite this one more time, which most students wouldn't do, but I'm going to do it just to be kind of thorough here. But I've got this, the first set of parentheses there, 5 times 7x plus 1. But then I'm going to add the y, but the set of parentheses that's attached to the y, I'm going to change the order of that just so we can see that the two sets of parentheses actually are the same. Now that I can see that, I'm going to factor that out, the 7x plus 1, from both of the terms, and then I'm left with, well, the two values that we factored out of those two sets of parentheses. So what is that? I've got the 5 in red, and then I've got the plus y in purple. Now, you could exchange these, right? It doesn't matter which one you put to the left, which one you put to the right. It doesn't matter. It is exactly the same. But this is still factorable. When I did this, just looking at it, I thought it was not factorable. And then since I did it in my head and I switched these two, I didn't notice in my head that 1 plus 7x was the same as 7x plus 1, which is why this is important to do on paper or by hand, just to kind of confirm that the two sets of parentheses, especially like this, right? I mean, it's kind of jacked up, but it's still doable. We do end up with the same exact values, and then that becomes factorable. So keep that in mind when you're doing these types of problems.